Good morning, everyone. I am Riya Sinha, your assistant teacher. Today, we are going to start our fifth chapter of geography, that is water. In this chapter, we are going to study about water, its different forms, sources of water, and obviously water cycle. Basically, if we think about water, first image which come to your mind is of river, waterfall, raindrops, or maybe water in your tap. Basically, it always comes to our mind that when rain puddles, then by noon the scattered water or the puddles water, where does it vanish? Where does the water go? So in this chapter, basically we will try to learn about it, that where does the water go. First of all, we will start this topic, water cycle. We will try to understand the meaning of water cycle. The sun's heat causes evaporation of water into vapor. When the water vapor cools down, it condenses and forms clouds. From there, it may fall on the land or sea in the form of rain, snow, or sleet. The process by which water continuously changes its form and circulates between oceans, atmosphere, and land is known as the water cycle. So, let's discuss more about it. As we all know, water is essential for all living beings, and there can be no life without water. Plants, animals, human beings, we all depend on water. Water is present in our atmosphere also in different forms like moisture and water vapor. When the river, lakes and oceans water gets heated, then it turns into water vapor, and this process is called evaporation. Plants lose water from their leaves in the process of transpiration. These water droplets accumulate, and the water vapor present in it condenses to form tiny drops of water called droplets. These tiny droplets floating in the air appear to us as clouds. Precipitation occurs when too much water condenses, which the air cannot hold anymore. Precipitation can be of different forms. It can be rainfall, snowfall, or hailstone. A part of rainwater seeps into the ground, and this is called infiltration. Most of the rainwater is available to us as groundwater. Water is present in our environment in different forms: solid, liquid, and gaseous. Water in its solid form is present as ice caps at the poles of the earth, snow-covered mountains, and glaciers. Water in its liquid form is present in oceans, lakes, rivers, and even underground water. If we are talking about the gaseous form of water, it is present in the water vapor which is present in the air around us. So, the process by which water continuously changes its form and circulates between oceans, atmosphere, and land is known as water cycle. Most of the towns and cities have water supply system maintaining by the civic bodies, in which a tank is there which used to supply water in different houses. But many villages are there which do not have water supply system. They have to face scarcity of water. Often women and children have to walk several kilometers to fetch water. If we say that our earth is like a terrarium, then it must be right. First of all, let's understand the meaning of terrarium. Terrarium is an artificial enclosure for keeping small house plants. You can make of your own terrarium also. You just have to take a small jar and fill 1/4 of a jar with soil and press it well. Then put thin layer of humus on the top, plant the largest plant first and then arrange some smaller ones around them. Then spray the arrangement with water and close the jar. The water that evaporates from the leaves and soil condenses and falls back in the forms of drops of water. So your terrarium is ready. So we can say that our earth is like a terrarium after seeing or learning about the water cycle. The same water that existed centuries ago still exists today because water is only changing its form. The water used to irrigate a field in Haryana may have flowed down the Amazon River 100 years ago. Obviously, it might be possible that the water we are using here in Jharkhand right now, some people or the next generation of our can able to use it in somewhere else, in another place, because water is changing its form. It is vaporizing itself by the heat of the sun, and after that it precipitate in the form of rainfall. So where does it precipitate? It is not fixed that the water which is heated up from here can only precipitate in this place. So you can't say that. The major sources of fresh water are the rivers, ponds, springs, and glaciers. The ocean bodies and the seas contain salty water. Obviously, you all are already aware of it, that oceans and seas are having salty water. The water of the oceans is salty or saline as it contains large amount of dissolved salts, and most of the salt is sodium chloride or the common table salt which we used to eat. So here the main sources of fresh water is obviously rain, and the other sources of fresh water are rivers, ponds, springs, and glaciers. Okay, now let's see about oceans. As we have discussed about ocean, you all know that we are having 5 major ocean in our world. So let's discuss some more about it. Sea, oceans of the earth. An ocean is a large body of water that is saline or salty water, and 71% of the earth's surface is covered by oceans. The earth is divided into 5 different oceans. For many years, only 4 oceans were officially recognized. In 2002, the International Hydrographic Organization established the Southern Ocean. Five The Pacific Ocean is by far the world's largest ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the world's second largest ocean. The Indian Ocean is the world's third largest ocean. First is Pacific, second is Atlantic, and the third is Indian Ocean. The Southern Ocean is the world's newest and fourth largest ocean. The Arctic Ocean is the world's smallest ocean. First is Pacific, then Atlantic, then Indian, then Southern, and after that Arctic Ocean. So these are 5 major oceans of the world which you all have to learn. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you all understood the covered topics well. Now hope you all are able to understand or give the answers related to the question of water cycle and about sources of water and about major oceans, seas and lakes. So thank you. Have a nice day.